Who would win? The 1982 Tar Heels, coached by Dean Smith, Eddie Fogler, Bill Guthridge, and Roy Williams, with teammates like Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, Jimmy Black, that won a national championship and went 32-2, or a team of 5 Lifeforms from the Kane Parsons Backrooms series, who are each 7 feet tall, fast as a hare. They will eat you. Let's find out. The ground rules for this are, we're going to make a couple assumptions. One, the Lifeforms know how to play basketball conceptually. And 2, will not actually eat the people. With that said, here are the rules. Rule number 1, we will play a 3-game series where the games will be chunked into 10-minute quarters. Game 1 will be in Carmichael Arena at University of North Carolina. Game 2 will be at a basketball court in the Backrooms. And Game 3 will be at the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, should it come to that. The Lenovo Center has graciously agreed to host a Game 3. The games will not be televised, but there will be ACC officiating crew, and the rule set that we're going to use is 1981-82 NCAA basketball season. So no three-point line. Now let's analyze the team. Coach Smith and the Tar Heels are an absolute super team. They will probably field their starting 5, Jimmy Black, Michael Jordan, Matt Doherty, James Worthy, and Sam Perkins as their 5 players that they pick for the 5-on-5. This team, they were completely dominant in the regular season and in the postseason. They went 32-2, and they averaged 75 points per game without the 3-point line. However, there are 2 glaring issues, and it happened twice this season in those 2 losses. First one, at home versus Wake Forest, Jimmy Black left the game with 5 fouls, so he sat on the bench, and the team was just generally in foul trouble. Michael Jordan struggled to produce offensively. He only scored 6 points, and so poor James Worthy and Jimmy Black combined for 30 points, but it wasn't enough to take down the team in Deacon. So that already shows you, if the Lifeforms can shut down Michael Jordan, then they have a good shot. Moreover, and then in the game versus Virginia, the Tar Heels just completely wilted. Ralph Sampson just went to town, and the Cavaliers scored 74, Tar Heels 58. It was not a great game. It was a road game, right? Virginia didn't win, but ultimately, in order for the Tar Heels to actually beat the Lifeforms, they do need to keep the pace hot and score. That's really what it is. Michael Jordan needs to get active, and that frees up the floor for his other people on the team, right? That frees up the floor for James Worthy, it frees up the floor for Sam Perkins, and it frees up the floor for Jimmy Black. Now let's talk about the Lifeforms. The Lifeforms' main advantages are that they're 7 feet tall, and they have really long arms, and they get to pick the second court. So they can pick a court in the Backrooms that's misremembered and has really tall hoops, so that the Carolina players struggle to score. They're also very fast. The thing about them, though, is they don't really jump. We never see them jump. And I'm going to assume that means that they can't. I actually think that puts the Tar Heels in a good spot. But so if the Lifeforms want to win, they need to contain Michael Jordan and slow down the Tar Heels. Just prevent the Tar Heels from scoring at all by taking away possessions from them on defense. I actually think that the Tar Heels have quite an advantage here. They have such a deep basketball IQ. They're coached by Coach Dean Smith and Roy Williams, and between the 2 of them, they're going to be able to pretty handily out-thwart any attempts from the Lifeforms to actually get an advantage. So they can turn advantages into disadvantages really quickly. Here's how I think those 3 games will go. So game 1, I have the Tar Heels 75, I have the Lifeforms 55. This is just generally because the Lifeforms are struggling to adapt to the game of basketball, despite actually knowing conceptually how, right? It's also in Carmichael Arena, so Carolina has that famous home team advantage. Moreover, I think James Worthy puts up 20 points this game. I say Michael Jordan puts up 15 and Jimmy Black puts up 11. That's already a lot of points. a lot of points, and it's just because the still lives just can't slow them down. Just cannot slow them down. Michael Jordan's probably going in between their legs and stuff. It's crazy. And the raw basketball IQ on the Tar Heels is just enough to absolutely overwhelm the Lifeforms. Okay, game 2, I have Tar Heels 64, Lifeforms 59. So the Lifeforms don't actually manage to score all that many more points, but they managed to finally slow down Coach Smith and the Tar Heels. I say go-ahead basket from Michael Jordan gives the Tar Heels the lead with 30 seconds to go, and they wind up winning. It's mostly because the Lifeforms, I don't think, could find a court with tall enough rims that Michael Jordan wouldn't be able to dunk. Basically, this is an overwhelming victory for the Tar Heels. It's not even close. The Tar Heels are just smarter. They're probably just as fast. They're certainly heavier. And even though the Lifeforms are like generally bigger, the Tar Heels can jump to make up for the rest of height that they're actually missing.